Hello everybody, it's Peter Bird here from Optimal Nutritional Excellence, all one. I want to introduce you to Murray. This is his story. Please like and subscribe to the channel because I'd love to have you as a follower. Okay, see ya, bye.
My name's Murray and I'm a food abuser. I've always used food as a crutch to console myself or make myself feel better or just to entertain myself if I'm bored. And that's led to all sorts of consequences in terms of health. Last year I was at probably my heaviest and also at my lowest ebb. And went to boxing because victory boxing is a bit of a touchstone for me. If I'm not feeling up to it, it always manages to give me some additional joy and some motivation. And Peter Bird earwigged me and kind of like, come out here and have a chat. He actually made a really good, cohesive plan at how to save my life. It was the day. It was the lowest I think I've ever been. I'd contemplated suicide a couple of times in the 12 months prior to that. Really not happy with any aspect of my life. And once we got into the science-based aspect of optimal nutritional excellence, I understood that really it all comes down to that first pillar of health, which is nutrition. And my nutrition, frankly, was just rubbish. You can't dive onto the couch with chips, onion dip, Coca-Cola, and chocolate and expect to still be healthy. And I had some really nasty moments with my health. So Pete and I had a long discussion, and Wendy came along because it's really important if you have a partner and a family that your partner and family embrace the changes that you're trying to make, and your friends and the people that you socialize with. And I'm really lucky that everybody has. I'm really blessed with Wendy too, because not only is she the one who does the majority of the cooking, she does the shopping mostly because I'm really busy. I make myself available to people a lot, try and do as much as I can for other people in the community. It just means that something has to suffer, and for me, that was my health. So I've had a chance now to reframe this, and it was as simple as changing diet. And the benefits of changing to a plant-based whole food diet has been instant and has been rewarding and has been sustainable and has been exciting. It took about a day to start feeling better. But really the noticeable changes, the big bellwether changes, were all around things like gastric reflux. You know, for the last 15 years, I'd suffered from gastric reflux. Sleeping, sitting up in bed with 5 pillows and not really sleeping, to be fair. Always having the taste of vomit in the back of your throat. Always struggling to get off to sleep. And guzzling omeprazole or Losec like there was no tomorrow was one of the issues. The other issues were inflammatory arthritis pains in my hands and my knees. If you've seen me walk, I walk like Donald Duck who's been kneecapped, and honestly, it's because of the pain. Inflammatory response to the food that you eat is pretty commonplace, really, but if you don't know about it, there's nothing you can do to change it. So getting away from the ultra-processed foods and getting back to just a plant-based whole food diet was amazing. Gastric reflux, gone. Arthritis pain in my hands and knees within 3 weeks, gone. And then there's the weight loss. And I've always had a really uncomfortable relationship with my weight. I've fluctuated between 151 kilos at my heaviest as an adult down to 76 kilos as my lightest as an adult. And it's always been hard to maintain. I've yo-yoed like there is no tomorrow, and it's been really, really hard to sustain it. Lost 47 kilos at Weight Watchers over the course of 4 years, promptly whacked it all back on, plus some more. With this, we're getting made accountable every week. Every Sunday, 12 o'clock, bloods, cholesterol, blood sugar, blood pressure, and weight. And weight's the metric that really concerns me the most. And I'm steadily losing between 600 to 800 grams a week, with really the only exercise I'm getting is walking the dog and working. So work fitness has helped me to lose my weight. Walking the dog has helped me lose my weight. And I've lost close to 17 kilos when I started at 151.5. So it's been a revelation to me that it's been so easy. Like for the first couple of weeks, you think no dairy, no meat, no fish, no chicken, no cheese. This is going to be really, really tough. And for the first couple of weeks, it takes some reframing. It takes some changing of your expectations in terms of what you're doing with your food. And what's happened is I've bought into the whole science aspect of the explanation that Peter kept giving us is about changing your microbiome, because your microbiome, and there's plenty of information on this site about your microbiome and how when that changes, it changes the way that your body deals with nutrition and sustenance. So my microbiome changed. I can eat nuts without having the inside of my bottom sandblasted 45 minutes after I've eaten it. So that's been phenomenal, because you get really good nutrition out of cereals and nuts. So that's become an important part of the diet. I haven't missed meat, chicken, fish, dairy at all, which for me is astounding, because I was always pretty skeptical about veganism and vegetarianism. I've had an awful amount of flack from people I know who are vegetarians or vegans that I used to relentlessly take the piss out of. And now the boot's on the other foot. And had I known about this 10, 20, 30 years ago, I'd be in a much different place to where I am today. Although the place where I am today is much better than where I was 6 months ago. I look forward to fasting. I fast 5 days a week. Eat tea the night before. Don't have anything until 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock the following afternoon, and then start it off with a green smoothie. And if you'd told me that I'd be eating kale and I'd be eating spinach willingly, or chia seeds or lentils or chickpeas, I would have laughed. Your food experience is only really limited by your own imagination. We take great pride in posting some of the food that we're eating on Facebook for two reasons. One is in the hope that some other people will see it, and we know that they have, and go, crikey, that's not so bad, I could try that. And two, it makes us accountable. You know, here's what we're eating, and this is the effect that it's having. I mean, honestly, we race each other to get home to see who's going to cook. And we'll be exchanging texts during the afternoon. How about we try this, How about we do this with mushrooms? Or how about we do this with falafel? So it becomes really just a test of your imagination. But the proof of the pudding, literally, is in the eating. You want to grow old gracefully. You want to grow old in good health, is how that's going to be defined by what you stick into your face. And if it's a plant-based whole food diet, it's certainly going to be better than the special custard in the rest home dining room. Make some time to look after yourself, prioritize yourself, think about what you're putting in. The fitness results that I've had, like I say, from not even working out, has been phenomenal. The fact that I can walk up the stairs at work and not be breathless and not have to sit in front of a fan because I'm sweating like a burglar running from the cops. The fact that I can get outside for 3 hours using a block splitter and chop huge eucalyptus rounds into firewood and not feel any ill effects and have energy to do it has been just an absolute game changer for me. It's been a game changer for Wendy, game changer for the family and for work. And it's given me a little bit of energy again. There's more coming, I know. It's giving me some enthusiasm. It's giving me some joy for life again, which had completely evaporated. It's allowed me to deal with some pretty grunty issues psychologically, because physically, if you're absolutely stuffed, psychologically you feel worn down and battered as well. So if you can get your food right, you can get your energy levels right, there's pretty much nothing that you can't achieve on a plant-based whole food diet. In terms of where you look at for inspiration for your food, or your opinions now, or your thoughts on food, is don't fall for the scamology. Don't fall for the shakes and the slimming tablets and the medication and all of those quick fix things, because I can tell you I've tried a lot of them and they really don't work. The thing that really gets me about the plant-based whole food diet is it doesn't cost you any more than the food you're already eating. All you've got to do is change the amounts of the food that you're eating, substitute some food with others. There's so much wonderful fresh fruit and vegetable available. You don't need all of the flash shakes and rowing machines and abba-sizers and all of that drama. Just concentrate on getting your nutrition right. It's what we've done. It's not a diet. I keep saying to people, it's not a diet. From a long-term perspective, it's a lifestyle change. I could no more go back to eating red meat now than fly to the moon. Just a question of changing your mindset, knowing that the food that you're putting into your body is making you feel healthy, because that gives you motivation to keep putting healthy food into your body. It's really simple, and it's going to be something that's an easy thing to look after long term.